Hi folks, so campfire chaos, yes, what could possibly go wrong with me and Angie doing a campfire? So in this episode we travel through Hermidale, Noona, Spring Hills on our way to Broken Hill, where we visit Silverton, which is proper Mad Max country, and we go to the Mad Max Museum, which is absolutely awesome. Well folks, we're on the move again and we have just left the aerodrome. We intended to be there for 1, maybe 2 days and finished up having 4. We enjoyed that place, it was really good. So we got another nice day. We've managed to do a bit of sussing out this morning, and obviously because of the festival that I mentioned earlier, we've had a bit of a ring round, and surprisingly we assumed that Broken Hill, which is about 15 minutes and the only town that's near the festival, we assumed that would be booked out solid. So we rang the caravan park there basically to ask, when are you next available? When after the festival have you next got availability? Because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, you know. I mean, there's not a lot of options of where else. It's basically one road goes through Broken Hill, and that's effectively where you can get power and water and have all the facilities that we need. To our surprise, she said Thursday, Friday, Saturday we've got availability. Well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is when the concert's on. So seemingly Broken Hill gets really busy before the concert. For the days that the concert are on, everybody disappears off into this privately owned field where the concert takes place and camps there. It's kind of a bit like Glastonbury from what I can gather. And then after the concert finishes on Saturday night, they all come back into Broken Hill, probably to have another couple of days or so before they clear off home. So surprisingly, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they actually had availability. And our original plan, without knowing anything, was probably going to put us there on Thursday. So the long and short of it is, we booked in for Thursday and Friday, and that's where we're heading. So we're going kind of through the Great Bugger All. There's not a lot there. It's going to take us, we don't want to drive too far every day, so it's going to take us 3 one-night stopovers to get there. It's Monday morning today, and we will be there on Thursday. The only concern that we have is that anybody that's going sort of just for the concert will also be doing roughly the same trip that we're doing, and all the little kind of free stops and places that you can stop along the way, i.e. the 3 one-nighters that we're going to do, could be really busy. Don't know. So basically we've got off pretty early this morning. We're going to stop off in Nyngan just to fill the car and the motorhome up, because we're now considering fuel as well, because the distances are greater now. So we're going to top up both the tanks in Nyngan, and then tonight we're aiming to stay in Hermidale. It's called the Hermidale Hotel. It'll be a bit like a tavern, I'm imagining, and it is a free stopover, but you are kind of expected to at least go in and buy a drink or a lunch or a dinner or something like that. So that's not a problem. So we've got about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So fingers crossed we're in early enough to get a spot, and it's just a one-night stopover. It doesn't really matter how squashed in we are. So we'll crack on and see you down the track. So we've just done our fill up in Nyngan. Angie's just coming round there. We just topped both tanks up and should have enough fuel in the moho now to get to Broken Hill over the next 3 days. So this is the cheapest fuel, 181.5 for a little while now. It's all just going to go up from here. So we've arrived at the Hermidale Hotel. That very tiny little building, and looks like these few rooms at the back here, is the hotel. This is the main road, straight past, and Broken Hill is that way. And this is us for tonight. There's literally nothing here really. I went into the front of the hotel, which is basically 2 rooms. It's a little bar. and we purchased a portion of wedges, which we had with the bacon butty that Angie had made for our lunch. And that's really all they ask here. If you're welcome to stay the night for free. If you just spend some money, they're happy if you buy a drink or a sandwich or a meal or a lunch or anything really, which is good. So we're just plonked over there, and that's us till tomorrow. So there's nothing glamorous about these places, but they're free, and it's just somewhere to stop overnight really. So we've just come through Cobar and emptied the loo and filled the water tank. So this is just exiting Cobar. Just timed that wrong there. We pulled into the water fill and little sort of area they've got for the dump point and everything. And I wasn't quite quick enough. There was basically nobody using the water tap, but I wasn't quite quick enough, and a guy in a caravan, and it was a cruiser van. It was a massive, great big setup. Just check this out, which interestingly is the same as what the Cartwrights are using. That well, anybody that knows the Cartwrights knows what's going on with them. And he pipped me to the post. He got his water hose connected before me. Turns out he's got a 600 litre water tank. So was there for ages waiting while he filled up bloody 600 litres. I think we only needed probably about 50 litres just to top up. Anyway, our next free stopover for tonight is the Buller Park rest stop, and that is an hour and 15 minutes away. It's going to be another one kind of middle of nowhere like it was last night, I think. But yeah, we'll see you there. We've got a bit more of this to do now. There's absolutely loads of wild goats around here. We're having to be a bit careful. Some of them are right by the road. Look how close to the road they are. They do tend to, if they hear you coming, well, they either ignore you completely or run back into the bush, which is good, but just don't like them being so close to the road. This is where it's a bit dodgy. They're close to the road, and there's one on the other side as well. Look at them. They're everywhere. Little baby to the left there. You can just see them scattered all over the place. How strange, eh? Everywhere. This fella here right by the road. First time we ever saw wild goats was when we went on the bike trip up to Exmouth, and initially we thought they just got out from a field somewhere, but seemingly not. There is thousands of them. I'm just creeping away out of the van as quietly as I can with this squeaky door, because we've arrived at the rest stop. Check out the goats. There's goats everywhere. If Sid sees them, he'll kick off. They're all over the place. And a few minutes ago there was a particularly big one. Sort of appeared over here and walked and went right across the road. So as you saw on the video, there was literally hundreds on the way down here. They were everywhere. There's a big boy going past. They look like they were toilets for the bash. Yeah, so there's a couple there, and there's 4 over that side there. They seem to be a lot more switched on than kangaroos. All the way down this morning, we didn't actually see one dead goat, considering there was so many and they were so close to the road. If you recall the other day, we had 41 dead kangaroos in an hour. I mean, to be fair, we didn't see many dead kangaroos today, so maybe this area isn't too kangaroo-y. I just made a word up there, I think. Not the slightest noise. They're very skittish. Luckily I'm very light on my feet, and you'd have no chance. I'll sneak up here. Oh, I've been spotted. They must be thinking, what's Chris Hemsworth doing all the way out here? And that one over there He's a real big bugger, he is. I'm not getting any closer to him. If he runs at me, I'll be off. And with my dodgy knee, I think he'd win. Angie's supposed to be making a milky coffee. If I'm not there to keep my eye on her, she'll just get a book out again though. Can't get the staff. So basically, what I haven't said is this is the Beulah Park rest stop. It is nothing more than a pull-in and a bit of, whatever you would call that, a bush, where you can stay for free. There is nothing provided, but there you go. Obviously it's been quite wet at times, so we've stayed up here on the dry stuff and we'll be off first thing in the morning anyway. No phone coverage, no internet, no nothing here. So we're completely on our own. I may even have to talk to Angie. We'll play that one by ear. So it is the following morning. There finished up being 4 of us here, 4 RVs here last night. It's now about 8:30 and everybody's gone with the last ones here. It was a pretty quiet night. We did hear a couple of trucks go by in the very early hours of this morning, like 3-4 o'clock, but then the road is literally just there, so we did expect it, but it doesn't tend to wake us up. It's just a bit of grey noise, I suppose. So the plan today is to go through Wilcannia, and our next stop is something called Sandy Rest Stop or something like that, I can't remember, and then following that we'll be into Broken Hill. I'm a bit concerned that Wilcannia is going to be a bit heaving, because that's the last place to empty your loo and get water before Broken Hill. And it's also got a bit of a bad reputation. We did plan to stop in Wilcannia, but apparently there's a bit of trouble occasionally from the locals, shall we say. So we're going to pass straight through Wilcannia, apart from emptying the loo and hopefully grabbing some water. Anyway, cup of coffee time I think, and then we'll hit the road. So we've been through Wilcannia. We managed to empty the loo, but there was quite a lot of people there, and there was a water tap, but it was a bit awkward to get to, so we decided not to bother. So we're going to use our own bladder water today. We are quite properly in the middle of nowhere, although we're actually only about 30 k's now away from our rest stop for the night, which I think is called Spring Hills Rest Stop. Hopefully it's not crazy busy, because it's the last rest stop before Broken Hill. So we're just hoping everybody hasn't piled in there for one last night at a freebie before they go to the big bash, the concert tomorrow. So fingers crossed. Not many minutes now and we'll see if we're in luck, or the place is bloody packed and we can't get in. In which case, God knows what we'll do. There's a tremendous amount of caravans and trailer tents and such like on the road at the moment, and they're obviously all going to this big bash. We did have a little bit of a disaster in that when we got into Wilcannia, we was expecting to have phone coverage, because apparently there is Telstra coverage there. But unfortunately it seems that because our Telstra is through Tangerine, it doesn't cover Wilcannia. So we've had no phone coverage or data for the last 24 hours. We was hoping to pick it up in Wilcannia and just had a few little things to check and do, and we've not been able to do that. So that means we won't have any phone coverage again where we're staying tonight for certain, but we should have for the next 2 days in Broken Hill. We're just hoping that Broken Hill has coverage through Tangerine. Fingers crossed. Well, we've found the Spring Hills rest stop. Here's the boss. And surprisingly, we were the only ones here. There's a caravan just pulling in over there, and that's the main road across here. But this will do for tonight. We're tucked in quite nicely there. And we're just about an hour away from Broken Hill. It's like he's doing a bit of manoeuvring, and this guy here has got the very glamorous job of emptying the long drop by the looks of things. Somebody's got to do it. Okay, lunchtime now. I could hear Angie's tummy rumbling for the last half hour.
Yeah, cheers.
So we've got the opportunity tonight to do something we haven't been able to do before, and that's have a fire. somebody has very kindly left this little fire pit here, so we're going to give it a go. We've found some bits of twigs and such like. There's not a lot because we haven't got any sort of chopping tool or chainsaw with us or anything, but we found some bits, so we're going to have a play. So it's not long before the sun goes down, and that's my attempt. I've not made a campfire since I was a kid. And in fact, I can barely remember ever doing it when I was a kid.
No, Mari's always done them, hasn't she?
Yeah. So unfortunately, and you can say this with all these trees here, we've not got much timber.
We've got nothing to cut all the dead branches up with.
But yeah, we've got nothing to chop anything down. We've just been picking bits up.
Well,
so
that's what we do.
I'm not sure how long this fire's going to last, but we've got that one big one there. We can feed into it slowly. So we'll see how it goes. The other interesting thing is we decided we would have a go at this, didn't we? And we went round and we picked these bits of wood up, and then we realised we've not got any matches. But we have got a gas cooker, and I said, I'm sure I'm missing something obvious. But we've got that gas cooker, so we're going to use that to light some paper, and yes, this can't go wrong, can it?
Better not.
So the sun is just sinking down over there. We'll just give it a little bit longer. Angie is, as you can see, prepared for it to go a bit chilly. She's not taking any risks. No. And I will just say that, bearing in mind we're having sausages tonight, I suggested that maybe we bring the sausages out here and cook them on the little gas thing by the side of the fire. Cooking them on the fire itself seemed a bit OTT.
Well, I don't think the fire will stay that long.
But and I said we could just wrap them in a piece of bread and just have a sausage butty outside. That'd be good. A certain person here is having none of that.
Well, we haven't defrosted any bread either.
Well, that would take seconds. But no, she's not having it. We've got to have potatoes and 3 veg. It's got to be a full meal. Female Bear Grylls, she is not.
No.
We're sitting here, basically waiting for it to go a bit darker, aren't we? Because we're not sure how long this wood's going to last.
It's not going to last very long. We haven't got any thick wood, have we? We've only got little twigs.
There we are. We're ready. Interestingly, I just got a memory come back from donkeys years ago. I didn't tell you this, but as I was tearing paper out of a book to use as a firelighter, that's what my grandma, my mum's mum,
used to make a fire
use. I vaguely remember her showing me how you.
Is this not a bit shiny too?
Oh, it'd be right.
Not light.
I remember her showing me how to screw up paper to light the coal fire in her house when I was a kid, and I didn't know I had that memory until I did that. How weird, eh? That was my mum's mum.
I remember my granddad's.
I remember very little about her, to be honest.
I remember your mum's mum.
Yeah, but Nan Harrison.
Remember. Yeah,
but I don't remember that much. I've got that many memories about her, which is a shame. But that brought one back that I didn't know I had.
I remember staying at my grandma's. However, I do remember going in the bathroom and you could go like that in the air.
Cold. It was always cold, wasn't it?
You could see. Yeah. It was freezing in the bathroom.
Pre-central heating and such like.
Yeah, they didn't have that back in them days. It was bloody freezing. Having a bath in front of the fire.
We're poised. We're absolutely poised. Hurry up. Go dark. Okay. So it turns out our fire lighting prowess is not as good as we expected. We're struggling to get it going. We keep putting grass on and the grass burns, but it won't. I don't know whether the twigs are a bit damp or what, but we're struggling. It's just the grass that's burning. The twigs aren't getting going.
Maybe the twigs are too young and not dry enough. We don't know what we're doing, that's the problem. It's going out again.
Going out again, look.
Are we suffocating it? Are we not? I don't know what the problem is.
We're so flipping English, that's the problem.
Oh, a tiny bit.
Hang on.
There.
Hang on,
don't
there's a bit of something
it,
burning
Don't
there.
suffocate it, let it get going.
We might be in luck.
Oh, fingers crossed.
We might be getting going.
Oh,
I think we might be.
Go.
We might be on it here, babe. 18 years we've been in Australia and this is the first fire we've done.
First fire we've built.
Mm.
It's always been somebody else building it.
I made fire! I made fire! Ah.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at that. We are quite literally cooking on wood. The gas is off.
Awesome.
Oh.
Awesome. Proud of you, babe.
Oh.
You deserve your wine now, baby.
Does this make me strangely sexy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that go. Wow. We did it. Well, you did it. With my dry grass, though.
You were right with the dry grass, though, to be
right.
fair.
But at the end of the day, I regularly am right, aren't I?
Right, sorry, I can't. I'll have to edit that bit out. We have had to leave Sid inside the motorhome.
Because he'd be a pain.
Because he'd be in there now. We'd be on barbecued
Yeah.
staffy by now.
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit of a first, isn't it, babe?
Brilliant.
Nice, eh?
Middle of nowhere.
Yep. This is what it's all about, you know. You could have been eating sausages wrapped in bread now. Gone dark quick, hasn't it?
Goes all at once, doesn't it?
So we're starting to struggle for wood,
That's it, last piece.
which is a problem some people have as they get older. So we're seriously struggling now. We're basically out of wood. I don't think you can probably even see us now.
No.
We are here, I am waving, but it's been very nice just sitting here watching this. Bit of a change for us.
Yeah.
So we're on our way to Broken Hill this morning. Enjoyed the fire last night, that was quite good. Be nice to do more of that, it was good fun. Now the rest stop where we were last night, early this morning was really busy. There was loads of people piling in and using the loo and then piling out again, loads of caravans and everything. It's died off now, it's 11:30 in the morning, and when we left we were the only ones there. So we're kind of hoping that all the people going to the big bash, the concert or festival or whatever it is, have sort of got there, and we think it starts at midday, so we're hoping they've all hit Broken Hill, gone up to Silverton where it is, and they're out the way now, so we'll see. Fingers crossed Broken Hill isn't absolutely packed when we get there. So we've got about an hour to go, we think. We've no idea because we've got no sat nav. We've got no coverage. We've had no coverage for the last 2 days. So yeah, we'll just see how we go. All we know is it's that way. So we've made it to Broken Hill. We're just coming in now. We've got a few Ks to go. And the phones have woken up. We have coverage. They've had a 2-day sleep, but they're awake. Full 4G. You don't half feel cut off when you've got no phone coverage these days. It's very strange. Okay, so just a few Ks and we will be at the caravan park. We'll pick it up there. So we're settled into Broken Hill now, and our concerns about it being busy were unfounded. That is where we are. This seems to be quite a nice caravan park. Ironically, we're right facing the swimming pool, and they're very, very well equipped. It's lovely and clean, and look how busy it is. We're basically the only ones here in a little red car. Obviously there's other people over the other side, but this is ideal. Sid likes these little wood chippings. He's just been rolling in them a few minutes ago, but this is ideal. So we've got 2 nights here, and we're going to go and explore Silverton tomorrow. So I'll tell you all about that later. Well, good morning. Well, it certainly filled up here a bit last night. And don't know what it's like just now, but yeah, it's still pretty full. So as you saw, we were pretty much the first here yesterday, but it filled up quite a lot. Nice quiet night though. Got to fill Sid's dinner box. So we keep Sid's bag of food in the car just to keep some weight out of the motorhome, and just transfer a bit into his tub every few days. We had a nice bit of crumpet for breakfast this morning, and I do mean the type that comes in a plastic wrapper, not the type that's a treat for Angie. So the plan today, now you might have heard people when they're sort of in the middle of nowhere saying, God, this is proper Mad Max country, isn't it? Well, today we are actually going to Mad Max country. We're going to Silverton. Hopefully it's not too busy with the concert goers, and that's where they filmed Mad Max 2. So looking forward to that, and believe it or not, it's a dog-friendly museum there, all based on the Mad Max 2 movie. So that should be good. So we're heading out to Silverton, which is literally Mad Max country, and already we're literally only 5 minutes out of town, but you can kind of see why they picked this area, can't you? Apparently there's been quite a few films filmed out in this area, basically because it's so barren. I gather they filmed Priscilla, Queen of the Desert out here, and I think it was a town called Alice or something like that was filmed partly in Silverton. Silverton's a very, very old mining town. I think it goes back to the 1880s. And quite iconic now. Oh, it's a bouncy road.
There's a lot of bouncy roads out here, isn't there?
Alright, so about 15 minutes and we'll be in Silverton. And here we are in Silverton.
Maybe
this would have been a proper cowboy
it?
town in its day, wouldn't it?
Yeah. One of the original settlements.
Silverton Hotel.
Only
Look at
thing
that.
you must go in there, don't they? Is that big queues to get in or something?
What's going on there? There's some sort of coffee truck or something there. Haha, the old converted
Very
beetle. That must be from the movie. Haha, look at that. Johnny Denon Gallery.
Just.
Yeah, we'll have a look down there on the way back. We'll go and have a look through the museum first.
There's loads of bikes. He must be making things out of bikes there. Oh, look at this ruin that way.
It's interesting, isn't it, that people are still coming to see this Mad Max museum, and I think it was filmed in 81.
Mad Max.
So it's a long, long time ago, isn't it?
Well, it's one of them, I suppose.
It's an
cult
iconic
films,
movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the Mad Max museum. Now I guess some of this was in the movie. Could do with re-watching the movie to
Bring it
see
all
what
back.
we recognise.
I wonder if that's why they keep putting all the teddies in the trees. We've passed loads of trees with teddies in.
I don't know. Some of these are originals and some are remakes. The gyrocopter.
Just having the ideas of how to make it,
Yeah,
putting furs on it and stuff when they were doing the film.
How do you know which are the original vehicles and which are replicas?
Well, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it doesn't
looks
really,
very
but-
similar, doesn't it?
Original Mad Max 2 snake truck over there. An original Mad Max Buggy 2. They must have had a ball making it, though, mustn't they?
Oh yeah.
The V8 Interceptors. Another original buggy there. And another one. All originals.
Yeah.
It's a shame we're looking at it through wire. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. There is a whole internal section here with loads of photos and some really interesting original memorabilia. They've got lots and lots of artifacts from the movie. Unfortunately, no videos, no photographs, nothing internally. So there's only that external bit that you've seen with the vehicles that we were able to film, which is a shame because they've got a lot of the original masks and all sorts of stuff in there. I don't know how they've come to have it, to be honest.
Must have bought it all.
Well, yeah, but how do you get that? You know, if there's just such a lot of it, haven't they?
Yeah. But
yeah, it was good in there. I'd love to have took a lot more pictures. You've got hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of photos of the making of the movie and videos of stunts that they were doing and when the stunts went wrong and stuff. So yeah, there was a lot in there, but we couldn't film any of it, which is a shame. This is just a bit of the leftovers, I think, that they just plonked outside. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And it's not expensive. What should it have been, Angie?
$10 a head.
Should have been $10, and
We got 15.
we got in as seniors.
We are
Which
retired. We're retired.
But we're not. Sadly, we're not that far off, and we
Told
look
the
like
truth.
seniors.
I told the truth, said we are retired.
So yeah, we got in for $7.50 each. There you go. There's a little cafe here. Looks like it's closed. I think potentially we maybe could have taken Sid in there.
He'd have been bored
But there
though.
was too many people. It's actually quite packed in there, believe it or not. The internal bit was
Hello, baby.
crammed with people.
He's coming out.
You couldn't have
Hey, you wanna
moved.
come
Sid
out
would have
for a
been.
bit?
He couldn't have handled that. I'm in trouble. I forgot Sid's proper lead. I lifted him in the back of the car. Forgot to put his lead in, so
What you
he's got
doing?
two leads, two different leads joined together. So yeah, when you look at the surrounding terrain, take away the few little bits of buildings that are now here, there would have just been nothing back in 1980, 81. Now, this is very interesting. I'll just come round the other side
Basic,
and
that,
show you
wasn't it?
this. But this is what they call a half house. And I know all about the half house thing, but it could be from reading this. So if I get out there, you can pause that and have a read if you wish, but the gist of it is that in the Depression it wasn't uncommon for somebody that wanted to build a house. Well, there's a cow over there joining into the conversation. It wasn't uncommon for somebody who wanted to build a house to submit plans for the whole house and then literally only build half once he'd had approval for the plans, and he could build the other half when he could afford it. So quite a lot of the time they used to build half a house and never get round to building the other half. So there is half a house. I think Angie's gone up here looking for snakes, maybe. What about that for terrain? Hey, you could make a film out here about the after the apocalypse, couldn't you? Ah, they did.
Not
You all right, honey bun?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It might be in a barn or something.
Ah, that's something else. I don't think that's perhaps that relevant. So we'll come back down the road to Silverton. We're going to have a look over there shortly. But this, we're not sure what this is here. Something about an emu man. Art.
Come here. On your wheel
Not
on
really
that
sure
thing,
what we're
miss.
supposed to be looking at here. A bit of Ned Kelly there. Oh, it's an art gallery.
go over to these trees here.
Not really my scene, I'm afraid. That. Not our scene, that, babe. Kind of wacky art, you know.
Uh-huh. Won't go in our house then, you saying?
No, it wouldn't go in our house, I'm afraid.
Look at these tiny little churches.
That's very nicely made, isn't it? But
It's
why
beautiful.
is it just sat there now? It's not obviously not in use. Obviously, all the thousands of people that have come for the bash have stayed in today, or can't get out. One of the two. I did a bit of googling last night, and I found a couple of pictures of the Monday bash, and as you can see here, it's absolutely massive. I don't know how many thousands of people they expect, but just look at the crowds there, you know.
Somebody said 20,000 to
Can't
us.
imagine anything worse than being in the middle of that lot. This bakery over here is considerably more appealing, and the fact that there's a few bikes outside is just a bonus. Not that I'm missing my bike, clearly. Triumph for Fat Boy and another tiger. And this is the old Silverton Hotel. Now this looks quite interesting. I wonder if that's an actual goer.
Go in there.
We can't bring Sid in here, but we'll just do a little walk through. It looks like quite an interesting spot. Oh, there's the gift shop.
Hello, Big Lick.
Sorry, it's a big liquor. I apologise. I know. Stay down, Sydney. Stay down.
They're all muscle, aren't they?
I know.
Especially for
20
20 years.
kilos of stupid he is.
Yeah, all muscle is
Very
great.
rustic.
Well, probably, yeah. This is it. He's soft as with us. Another dog nick his ball though.
Ghost town
It's
bar.
not aggressive that
Where
way.
are you from?
Yeah, Lancashire in the UK prior. Yeah, are you from over here or?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Riverina.
Yep.
Southwest New South Wales.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Oh, because quite surprised
Loads of Mad
yesterday
Max stuff in
when
here.
the time difference.
Oh,
The-
yeah,
the-
half hour.
Yeah.
And,
I had my watch on, which was just, by the sun. Weird.
Oh, and he's talking to somebody who's got his underpants outside.
Yeah, we've just done that. Yeah, we've just been in there. Hi.
Hi, babe.
Yeah.
Quirky
Yeah.
in there, isn't it?
It is
Very quirky, yeah.
Yeah.
Sid
He'll love
making
it. He's
more
a big
friends.
softie. Stay
down,
down,
Sid,
Sid.
stay
Stay
down.
down. Sorry, he's a bit daft. He's very daft.
Well, it suddenly got very busy there. The coach load arrived, and I'm not sure, but I would imagine that while I was walking around the pub there, you probably picked up Angie's mic because the guy with his underpants
yes,
on the
sorry.
outside
Yeah.
was. So you probably got
Sorry.
two conversations at once there, I would guess.
Yeah, you probably did because I forgot about
So-
the mic.
That's the
He was
drawback
talking
with
to
having
me.
a mic each and parting company for a few seconds. Alright, so I think we're going to head back into Broken Hill, maybe find ourselves a little cafe or something and have a brew there, because it was becoming a bit manic there. Silverton's an interesting place, isn't it?
Yeah. Considering there's not an awful lot here.
Well, there's not.
There's a lot of people. Whether it's
mean,
just
really-
a weekend thing.
Really, when you think about it, there's the Mad Max Museum there, there's this little art thing here, there's the hotel and the bakery, and I'm not sure what that is there, but effectively that's Silverton. But cool, still cool. You've got to come to these places, haven't you? So we're just coming to Broken Hill, just to have a little bit of a nosy round, and also potentially
Here
try
it
and
is.
find a little bakery or something, get a bit of a snacky. I'm worried that Angie's getting hungry.
I don't think you're worried about
Tends to
that.
get aggressive when she gets hungry.
I don't think I do.
I try my best to keep her full and slightly drunk. I find she's easier to live with then. I have no idea really where we're going, but at least we're getting a bit of a look round.
That's a very oldie worldy building there, isn't it?
They do bumpy roads very well here, don't they? They're all over the place.
Yeah. 1905. That's very attractive.
I think the chances of driving a caravan through Broken Hill and your fridge door staying closed is probably slim. Very steep hill here, so the camera will hide. It's a very old town, isn't it? And there's still some of the original property.
Yeah.
Although we have seen some new houses, so there must be a bit of development around here as well.
Yeah.
We have Googled the best bakery in Broken Hill, and we're being told it's McLeod's.
Old McLeod's.
Old McLeod's. Look at that, he's lost weight, hasn't he?
He has, hasn't he?
Flipping heck.
Been on a bit of a diet. Right, that's more like your sort of diet there, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know what you mean. Well, this looks residential. I can't imagine there being a bakery down here, but apparently there is. We haven't been to a bakery for ages, have we? We've been keeping out of them.
Well, I suppose we have, haven't we? Got to be coming up soon.
It's here, really.
Is
Looks
it
like
round
it's a
this
builder's
corner?
yard now. Oh, it might be just round this corner.
Maybe. There you
Ah.
go. Hiding.
There we go. Old McLeod's Bakery. Catering for all events. And it's for sale. That doesn't bode well. So the bakery turned out to be kind of absolutely average, really. We did have a pie each and they were okay. We got a cake each. Mine, I exercised something that I believe to be called restraint, because I only ate half of it. I'll show you a picture. It's like a choux pastry thing with what I thought was custard and cream in it, but it turns out to be custard and like marshmallow, so it's a bit on the sickly side. Really nice, but I could only eat half of it, so I've saved the other half for after my dinner tonight. What about that then? That's restraint for you. Anyway, I am in Woolworths car park waiting for the boss, who's gone to get some supplies, because when we leave Broken Hill tomorrow morning, we're going to be in the middle of nowhere for a couple of days. So me and Sid are just waiting, and I'm going to watch a bit of YouTube on my phone.